Welcome to the After the Show Movie Podcast, brought to you by your hosts, Ace Scully and Sid Talk. We're addicted to movies. Are you? Hello, Sid Talk. Welcome. I just noticed while this music was going that your voice is quite a bit higher than mine because I missed a setting.
Uh-oh.
So I've turned it down now, so you're not so loud. I couldn't understand why you were louder than me.
You know what? You know, the laughs that people will get out of this. That you found a way to turn me down.
I turned you right down.
Turn my volume
so I'm
down.
louder.
That is a good feat because you're one of those soft talkers, and I'm not. But that's not the before the after the show discussion. It was me, and I'm going to drop the F-bomb early here saying, fuck hydration. I'm really sick of it. I don't like to drink water. I know. Me and Howard Stern, we agree. Or Howard Stern and I, whatever. We agree.
Rude.
Because it's boring. I hate it. I don't like peeing constantly. I don't feel like it does my body. It makes me feel gross. When I drink a lot of water in a day, I feel like, ugh. So for everybody,
that noise is gross.
It is. That's how I feel. So would you want to feel that way? No. So everybody who's like me and Howard and I, whatever, don't let people tell you. Now, if you have some sort of health problem and you must hydrate or you're burning 6,000 calories a day working out, that's different. I'm not. I'm just not going to guzzle water all day. I hate it. The end.
Well, now the soapbox. I'm going to pull the soapbox out.
Thank you.
There you go.
I've stepped down and I have a cup of tea that has tea and sugar and creamer in it because that's water.
Correct.
And it's not boring. So I also have a glass of water here. I'm being a hypocrite, but ugh.
All right. Thank you very much for your talk.
That's my medical lesson.
Your TED Talk for this week. Thank you.
You can put us in a new category, medical advice.
All right. It is Saturday, May the 23rd. This is After the Show, your weekly movie review podcast. And this week, on episode 944, we're looking at the movie Project Hail Mary. It's a 2026 release, out now on streaming, Amazon Prime. You can get it there. PG-13. Its runtime is 2 hours and 36 minutes, and it's from Amazon and MGM. Sid Talk, can you give us the synopsis of the movie Project Hail Mary?
It's The Martian on a different kind of spaceship with a different kind of mission. Is that fair?
The Martian 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, that's not fair, because it's not that. The story is different, saving all of humanity and all the planets in the galaxy. I mean, that's different, but...
I'll give you the one off the tin. Or in this case, the Amazon streaming service.
Got it.
A science teacher wakes up alone on a spaceship. As his memory returns, he uncovers a mission to stop a mysterious substance killing the Earth's sun and realizes that an unexpected friendship may be the key.
Sweet. Sounds sweet. It is sweet.
Let me say spoilers up front. There'll be spoilers.
Okay.
Go and see the movie, come back, and then we'll talk about it. Because there's a plot point in this that if we said it, I think it's a massive spoiler.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Project Hail Mary. What did you think?
I loved it. I really enjoyed.
The end.
I mean, it can be because you know me. I talk less about the ones I like than I do about the ones I don't like. So I had no idea what movie we were watching. I didn't even know the title. I didn't even know the title of this movie until the end. I'll be honest. Because you had already played the opening thing or whatever by the time I sat down.
I had not.
It never came up. It just was part of the story. I didn't know. So I love that. So when it starts and it's space, I'm all in. And I am a huge fan of concepts from like Star Trek of, what are they called? Like generational ship. It's not that, but like a ship that's going to leave and never come back. Because it has a mission and that's it. I love that. I love like the thing of putting someone to sleep for the amount of time from Alien. I love that kind of shit. So
did you like the movie Passengers?
I didn't love that one.
That should have been right up your alley if you like that.
Because Passengers has that concept from that other movie where the guy basically tricks the woman like Groundhog Day, even though it's one of our favorite, About Time, where he just over time either lies to her,
grinds somebody down,
and basically makes it so they don't have a choice but to like them or fall in love with them. So I don't love that one, but it is. I get I get why you're comparing it, but that is what I fell in love with instantly. I like Ryan Gosling from the Major Motion Picture Drive
Trailer.
If you watch Bob's Burgers, you'll know why that's funny. And I'm hoping Louise will have the costume as Ryan Gosling from the Major Motion Picture Hail Mary Project Hail Mary, because he has some really interesting outfits.
This is Bob's Burgers talk, by the way.
Yeah, Bob's Burgers. His glasses are hanging off his face, right? At one time, he's got like a funny hat. He's got a quilt wrapped around him. There's lots of options. And in Bob's Burgers, every year, the kids have really interesting either pun outfits, costumes, or just like...
I like when Ryan Gosling was like a Kurt Cobain character in this.
Yeah, kind of.
So that's what she should be.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling as Kurt Cobain in Project Hail Mary.
Yes.
Yeah. It's deep cut.
Yeah. Yes. Now that would be an obscure reference.
All right. So Project Hail Mary is based on the book Project Hail Mary. Also, the guy who wrote the book, Andy Weir, also wrote The Martian, as you mentioned before. So it is fairly similar, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing I talked about at the beginning of the podcast, spoilers, go away now and come back after you've watched.
Go away.
So now you're back. This one actually has an alien creature. The Martian doesn't, right?
Uh-huh. Correct.
Did you know there was going to be a creature?
I didn't know anything. I knew nothing. I didn't even know this movie existed.
I've just noted the poster. I've just noticed. Actually spoils that revelation. It's right there in the middle of the poster.
So it's not a spoiler. Well, it's a spoiler for me.
It was a spoiler for me. I haven't read the book, and I'd not seen anything about this. I'd not seen a trailer. So
yeah,
I didn't know that was what was going to happen either. And I quite liked it.
Yeah.
Now, it's kind of a mishmash of things. It's a mishmash of The Martian. It's kind of... The way it is similar to The Martian is it uses like science to try and solve a problem, right? And that's what The Martian's all about.
That's not my comparison. My comparison is a guy alone in space.
But a clever person who can actually get out of a situation using his brain.
I guess it also reminds me of that other one that you like with that guy from that movie last week, where he's in space with the baby.
Oh, yeah. That was more of a horror type deal.
True, but I mean, again, a guy in space alone having to solve problems, and he wasn't a genius, but I get what you're saying.
So this Andy Weir he's got another book as well, Artemis, I think it's called, which is a similar scientist thing. So clearly he likes the idea of a scientist. If you were on that thing, you wouldn't be able to do all the stuff, right? That's what he's getting at.
I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
The scientist...
You're saying I'm too dumb to be in space.
We're too dumb to do this, yes.
Weird. Look at...
Because we're not nuclear physicists.
There with adding yourself in.
Well, most people. It's always a top-level person. But this guy...
He's not a scientist, though. He's a teacher.
He is, but he also is very bright, right?
So are we. I'm really offended by this line of questioning.
I don't claim to know what this guy knows. That's what I'm saying. Also reminded me a bit of Armageddon.
Oh, okay.
Shit's going to happen. The government come to regular people, in this case a teacher, not an oil miner driller guy, and take him away.
People don't know you are in love with Armageddon, so...
It's a similar premise, but it's more on the... it's not on the academic side. There is no... there's nobody in that team who can do equations, let's say.
Are you talking about Armageddon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In this movie, this guy's a math guy and a science guy, and that's how he uses his brain to solve but it requires more than that to solve this problem. And what that is he meets a life form that is unknown to him and us, and has a very different, but still wants the same thing, right?
Yeah, and this is another throwback to Star Trek, because in one episode, or maybe more, probably more if I'm thinking about it, the idea that all life forms are carbon-based is challenged because they find silicone-based life forms, and that's kind of what this dude looks like. I mean, he uses, what do you say, xenon or something for all the stuff that they make.
Yeah, he's like a 3D printer.
Yeah, he looks like he's made of rock, like silica, because he's got like those bits of quartz and stuff that what looks like in him.
Yeah.
So that's also, to me, was also a throw to this guy must have watched Star Trek and be like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This guy definitely watched Star Trek.
Yes.
But yeah, this creature is like a 3D printer. It can't speak our language. We can't speak its language. So there's a whole section of the movie dedicated to trying to, well, at first you think it might be going to kill you, right? When he first steps into the thing, he doesn't know what to expect.
True, but he's very curious,
Yeah, and kind of fearless in a way.
Absolutely.
Because he just, well, nothing to lose at that point, right? He's just in space on his own. Did we mention all the crew is dead, just him? And, what do you do in that case? You got to find a solution.
He's not super original because he finds this rock-based life form and calls it Rocky.
He does. So he uses, all the pop culture-y things. Adrian, Rocky. There's a lot of jokes. It's lighthearted, considering it's like an end of the world scenario. There's a lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
Some people, I was just reading, said that they loved it, but it was too long. Discuss.
They did.
What do you think of that?
I think they're full of shit.
Say it fell apart in the middle, just rambled on and on. We're probably going to read that in the reviews.
You and I will agree. Long movies are fine. It depends on the movie.
It depends on the movie. Most long movies that I watch don't feel like long movies.
Correct.
Like I feel, that's just like a regular movie. Didn't notice that was a long movie.
This one felt substantial, but right.
Yeah, if I notice a movie is a long movie, then there might be something wrong with it in my eyes.
Yeah, and I guess that's what these people are feeling. But the thing is, it becomes a theme after a while.
Yeah.
The whiny ass people. It's too long. It's too long.
Don't give us more for our money.
I don't have time for a 3-hour movie. Really? You gonna go save the world?
I've got precisely 1 hour and 56 minutes.
Yeah. I think people have less than that.
Yeah, 90 minutes probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or less than that. I've got precisely 3 minutes. Get the story. You could summarize it quickly on TikTok in 3 minutes, couldn't you? But, well, you could summarize it in 30 seconds, to be fair. But
absolutely.
It's got good special effects. I really liked it. It looks kind of grand, if you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
But also in a, small way, because obviously you're trapped in this spaceship. So you see in the same rooms all the time. But then when you see into space, and you see I hate to call this guy alien. Rocky.
Well, I mean, Ryan Gosling's an alien. He doesn't belong there.
They're both aliens, aren't they?
He's going to, by the way, we didn't say, he's going to Venus to find out about why a particular thing is happening because the sun is in danger. So he's going to Venus. So as soon as you leave Earth's orbit, you are an Earthling, and therefore anything you get closer to, you're an alien.
That's why I don't like to call Rocky an alien.
Well, Rocky's an Edenian. He's from Eden?
Yeah.
Oh, think of that. Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Didn't think of that.
He's cool. He's bright. Right? He's funny.
His kind makes really advanced stuff.
Yes. Like I say, 3D printer. His spaceship looks like it was 3D printed.
Yeah.
Or if his spaceship needs something new added onto it, he can just do that. But press a button. Don't even press a button, does he? He just kind of...
Yeah, just does it.
Yeah. You want a tunnel from my spaceship to yours? Here it comes. And it just, so technology that's beyond us. Yes, we make 3D printers, but not on this scale, where it can literally just make something out of nothing.
True.
Is it making it out of nothing? I don't even know how it works.
It's making it out of that
stuff.
Xenon or whatever it's called.
Yeah. And he can't breathe our air. We can't breathe his air. There's a whole lot of problems in the spaceship.
Work it out.
Yeah. And I hate to say, but I found it kind of run out of steam right at the very end.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't 100%. Well, I kind of liked the way it went, but it also felt a bit like a Star Trek episode right at the very end.
I agree.
Yeah. Or a, what do you call it? Twilight Zone or something.
Oh, yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's where I was like,
Yeah.
it's going for a grander idea than what it sets off in one direction for the ending and then goes to a different one completely.
Mm-hmm.
And
I didn't though. I feel like
I guess it satisfies on both ends, right?
Yeah, and considering kind of the changing of different tropes, right?
Mhm.
So our hero, the Earthling on the ship, Ryan Gosling, he doesn't have like a wife at home and 6 kids waiting for him, or some sick parent who's half dead that he has to get back to, or
He has nothing.
He hasn't been, something to prove to everyone. He's got none of that. And then facing the reality of just making a friend that is so valuable in your life that you literally risk everything. Because she did say at one point, it kind of sums him up, or the guy said to him, well, you are brave. You just need to find someone to be brave for. And that kind of summed him up, because he didn't think that he had it in him to do anything, right? So making it so there's this friendship that is like, yeah, I will literally unplug from my life over here and plug in over there because I found something not better, but
it's a love story of sorts and a buddy movie.
It's a friend story. It's not a love story, but it's a friend story.
Well, I think
sure.
I don't mean that love. I mean a love between.
Right, but when you say that, people are dumb people. Well,
yeah, it's not that.
Uneducated people.
E.T. is also
terrible.
E.T. is a love story too.
It isn't.
Elliot loves E.T.
It's a friend story. Why can't it just be a friend story?
I think it's a love story. I think the kids love E.T.
True.
Like there's a love because the kids and they're innocent too. Like it, and this does have similar. I was just thinking it's like E.T.
There you go, another one.
Yeah, it is. There's a sad part like E.T.
Yeah,
that bit in E.T. Spoilers for E.T. where he's all kind of shriveled up and dead looking. When I was a kid, that really broke me every time. I don't know. It's so well done, that movie. Is it now when you watch it, or is it?
I always thought it was extra sappy, so I wasn't 100% on board like everybody else was.
The sappiness really got me.
I know.
Steven's a master of that, isn't he? The sappiness. Let's get on to the cast. We've got Ryan Gosling from the motion picture movie Drive trailer as Ryland Grace. What do you think of Ryan in this one?
Excellent.
See, I'm a big fan of Ryan Gosling.
You are?
Big fan. I really like him. I think he can do anything. He's Ken in the Barbie movie. That's a totally different thing to what he is here.
Yes.
And what he is in... I always think of that movie that he was in, Drive. Yes. But was that movie where they were like 20s kind of gangsters? There wasn't... Gangster Squad? Was that what it was called?
Maybe. I know what you're talking about.
He was in that. I like that. I didn't really like that movie, but I liked him in it. But guess what? La La Land.
See, I think it's overrated and you loved it.
The motion picture La La Land. It's good.
I'm one of those people who complains about movies being too long. I'm the one who says some movies are overrated, so everyone can hate me.
That one was great. I don't really like musicals, but that one I really liked.
You know why? Because you love. You're a sappy romantic.
I do. And I love Ryan Gosling in a musical. There's not many people in this movie, to be fair.
True.
There are people, because there is some. It's mostly Ryan in space on his own or with an alien life form.
Rocky. Yeah.
There's a lady played by Sandra Huller, who plays Eva Stratt. She's the lady in charge of this mission. And she's excellent. She's
amazing. I loved her.
While not in it a lot, because she's only exists in these flashbacks that happen. Which is, it's very novel. I know this is based on a novel, and I read quite a lot of novels, but it's got that novel setup, hasn't it? Where it's the things happening, but here's the bit from the past, and here we go again.
I don't know if that's a novel. I think it's just a story.
I guess it is in these novels I'm reading at the moment. Yes, they're all framed that way.
It's called, framed. Whereas because the deal with this guy is he wakes up on the ship, and he doesn't know exactly who he is or why he's there. And we don't know why he would be in that condition, except you can wonder, how long has he been in a coma, asleep, space traveling? Right? It could have been 100 years. We don't know. So it takes him a while to still figuring out who he is. And then as we go back in the flashbacks, it starts to tell the story of how he got there, layered on top of him already being there.
So yeah, Sandra Huller, Ziva Stretch, she was very good. And then Rocky, the voice. Well, it's not even a voice. Well, it is, but it isn't. It's like a computer voice. James Ortiz.
Yeah, but it's his voice.
But he's also the puppeteer. It's not a special effect where it's been touched up with CGI, obviously.
Sure.
But it's an actual, and what do you call it? Marionette puppet.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. It does some weird stuff. It's in this, it makes its own atmosphere around itself, like with a, how would you explain it? Like a greenhouse.
Yeah.
Makes its own little greenhouse.
Terrarium.
It's not glass because it's kind of like rubbery or something, like plastic. I don't know what it is. It's cool looking. Directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. They did the Lego movies, believe it or not. That was their last Lego Batman movie, Lego movie. Remember those?
Yes.
Do you remember Last Man on Earth? They directed several episodes of that.
Yes.
What do you think?
Because it's very specific. I don't find it claustrophobic, but I understand giving the vibe that this guy's on a spaceship is done very well. It looks gorgeous. Like everything is very detailed.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's from the director's direction, and the allowing scenes to for him to sit there and stare at a screen or look out the window at space for like seconds and seconds to like absorb what the hell's going on. That I love. I don't feel like it's got a stamp of like, oh, you could tell it's this guy, except that I could tell it was written.
Well, two guys,
right?
Phil Lord, Christopher Miller. Also, they were the guys that were making a Star Wars movie, and then halfway through decided they don't want to make a Star Wars movie, and then they went off to make this instead. So they left. I don't know what that Star Wars movie was that they were making, but they famously left in the middle of it.
What do you think that's a good thing?
Well, I was excited that a new Star Wars movie was being made, but I don't know what became of it.
I mean, now that you know what kind of movies they make, and know.
Well, this was really good.
I know, but that doesn't mean it applies to Star Wars.
Right.
So you have to think,
Yeah, I'm not sure what that project was and what became of it. It might have become another movie or something. Was it Solo, maybe? Oh, remember that one, Solo. It might have been that one. Maybe they brought somebody else in to finish it. You didn't like Solo much, did you?
No.
It spat on Chewbacca.
Yep.
It's like, what? Why would Chewbacca? What?
Yeah.
Come on. Chewbacca's like, not that.
No.
But he is now, because Solo ruined it for everybody. Right?
People might not know Chewbacca is my favorite Star Wars character.
Yeah.
Data is my favorite Star Trek. I know, I'm boring, but that is what it is.
Who's my favorite Star Wars character?
Obi-Wan?
No.
I don't know. Well, Baby Yoda?
No.
I don't know.
Luke Skywalker.
Oh, of course. So we're both boring.
Boring.
Not like some obscure character.
I'm not so fond of elderly old man grumpy Luke Skywalker, but I do like young boy annoying Luke Skywalker.
High energy.
Yeah. Wants to save something.
Flirting with his sister.
Yeah, I love that. That is where it's at. All right, so let's get on to IMDb reviews. What are those?
Those are reviews. You find IMDb, which is the internetmoviedatabase.com, and they give it 1 star. And there are some classics out there like Waste of Time. This is the worst movie ever made. This movie was made by AI. This movie is too woke. So let's see if any of these apply. And they're 1 star. Those are the ones you read.
Yeah, there's 171 1-star reviews.
That's more than usual.
But overall, this movie gets 8.3 on IMDb.
Okay.
So here we go. First guy says, stupid movie with stupid plots. It's got zero thought process. It's an insult to the intelligence of any serious scientist. I can't think of worse sci-fi. It is terrible. That's it.
Can't think of worse science fiction than science fiction that doesn't have accurate science.
Second guy says, boring and depressing. Almost the whole movie you're watching one actor. Both the movie and the novel simply confirm that there is no creativity left in the universe.
Oh, okay. That's a deep one. That's a
Yeah.
deep cut.
And the last guy says, I'm a great fan of Andy Weir's book, The Martian, and really enjoyed the Martian movie. But this one is childish. Ryan Gosling doesn't have any urgency, and he sucks. I'm not a fan of Avatar, but that is much better than this movie.
So we're slagging off another movie, slightly. Underhanded compliment.
Oh, he also says, I felt it was overlong, silly, and devoid of any peril, considering Earth was in danger.
Right, but you know what? That's the other difference here. We don't have a big romantic love story. We don't have the because we've established when he leaves Earth, that in 30 years there'll be a huge impact from this thing that's happening because the sun's energy is not going to reach the Earth as much. So you got 30 years of some decline, which is just speculation.
Yeah.
Therefore, I don't think the not like in your Armageddon, where it's headed to Earth within what was it, a week, 10 days, something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
different premise. So that guy is just wrong.
Yeah. All right, so we watched the streaming version, so no extras, but let's give this movie a score. I'm going to give Project Hail Mary a 7 out of 10.
Okay, I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Nah, you're with the people on IMDb.
I really like it.
I like it. Don't get me wrong. But
I don't usually.
I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Next week, we're looking at the movie Sirat. Do you know it?
No.
I think it won an Oscar, or it won the Cannes Film Festival for Best Foreign Language Film.
Okay.
So get your reading spectacles on. You're going to read some subtitles. Thank you. Movie recommendations. I am going with another Ryan Gosling in space movie, First Man. What an excellent, excellent movie. What do you think?
First Man.
He played Neil Armstrong.
Oh, yes, that was good.
It is fantastic. And the actual moon landing part, it makes you sit on the edge of your seat. It's so cool. It's so well done. So First Man with Ryan Gosling and Drive motion picture movie trailer. Just the trailer of Drive by Nicholas Winding Refn, the director. He's got a new movie coming up, Sid Talk. That guy.
Okay.
Neon soaked, cool looking movie. I saw the trailer. Moody, very
Super
moody. Yeah. Drive is a fantastic movie. It's like a getaway driver movie, but it is soaked in what I like, neon.
Yeah, and just so you know, there's a Bob's Burgers episode devoted to the idea of Drive. Not just that little blurb where she says, that's a different episode. There's a whole episode.
Where she wears a little jacket.
Yeah, it's a combination of Drive and Baby Driver.
Right.
Two things
both
combined.
great. I like both of those movies.
So whoever makes Bob's Burgers is right in line with your brain.
Yes.
Sure. You asking me what my recommendations are?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm recommending all the adventure movies I've ever seen that have ever been made since the beginning of time. Maybe the beginning of the the universe. I don't know. This isn't a thing of quality. It's just that I'm telling you what I've seen, and now I'm in the D's. So we're up to the doctors. We've got Dr. Dolittle, whatever Dr. Dolittles I've seen, a couple of them. I remember watching Dr. Dolittle when I was a kid. And spoiler alert, I was just absolutely fascinated that in the end, I don't even remember the story, but the animal that came to save everyone was the largest animal on Earth, ramming into the side of a mountain or a cliff or something. I can't remember. It was a whale. And I was just like, whoa. That was the old Dr. Dolittle, by the way, not the Eddie Murphy Dr. Dolittle.
Was there an Eddie Murphy one?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw it.
Yeah, I think it was Eddie Murphy.
I think there might have been
was it Eddie Murphy? Was there
a Jim Carrey one?
He was the Nutty Professor. Maybe I'm thinking wrong.
Might be Jim Carrey.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't see those. Doctor Strange.
Yes.
From Doctor Strange from your universes of Marvel.
Is
it Marvel?
Yes.
Of course. Dr. Cyclops, which, hard to describe. It's from the 50s, I believe. And it is, I don't know why it's called Dr. Cyclops, but he's like a mad scientist who can shrink people down. So we just watched The Miniature Wife.
Does he have one eye?
He does not. That's why it's weird. I was like, Dr. Cyclops. And then when I looked, of course, it has other names, but he shrinks people down and then is keeping them like prisoner in like a box.
What's a complete knob?
And then they escape. And of course, it's back in the time when miniature filmmaking was like a thing, where it was like a thing. And then we have, so that was Dr. Cyclops. We also have Dr. No, a Bond baby.
Brilliant.
Doctor Who and the Daleks, which was one of the really oldest ones, TV movie.
Exterminate.
Dr. Dolittle, Doctor Strange, Dr. Cyclops, Dr. No, Doctor Who. Seen them all.
All the Doctor movies.
All the Doctors.
All right, Ace Scully stuff. I've been playing a new game this week called Dead House Sonata. You know this game?
No.
Well, let me tell you, because I used to play a game called Legacy of Kain back in the day. It's a vampire game.
Okay.
Let me read this Steam blurb to you, and you'll get an idea.
Please do.
The creator of Legacy of Kain is back with a small indie development team of less than 10 people. Become the undead in his new third-person narrative-driven action RPG, where your choices shape your legend and the world around you. Feed to grow stronger, embrace powerful classes, and carve your path in co-op through a dark realm. So, Legacy of Kain games, if you don't know, they were Dracula/vampire-based action RPGs from back in the day. And this Dead House Sonata game is totally in that vein. But you can play this co-op with your friends or just on your own. And he says there's less than 10 people making this game. It's in early access right now on Steam. They sent me a key for review. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it's like a perfect game because it's in early access, right? You know what that is, Sid Talk, where they're still making the game.
Okay.
So you can on Steam nowadays, you can buy into the game before it's finished for a cheaper price. So this game might not finish for another year. They might not get it finished. But you can play it along the way. They upload builds that you can play, right? So you're kind of a beta tester and also getting the game cheaper along the way. So it's an RPG, third person. You're running around. You create your character at the beginning. There's a story. It's early access, so a lot of it's not fleshed out. I was on a menu screen that had some text that was like clearly placeholder text. You know what I'm saying? Like It wasn't quite finished. But if you like hack and slash, you're a vampire, so you might get the idea of what you have to do. You've got to feed, and you've got superpowers, like where you might be fighting like 20 people on a battlefield, and you can like rise up and suck all the blood out of them. Like, like the vampires that we see in movies, they have to kind of go and suck the blood out of people. This one can like raise his hands up and just pull all the blood out of people.
Oh, you mean like that girl in that show?
Yeah, like that, yes. So yeah, they're very powerful vampires.
Okay.
So it's out now. It's called Dead House Sonata. And it's actually in this early access period. It's $19.99. So reasonably priced. But like I say, it isn't finished. And there are bugs. I could see some bugs visually. The frame rate drops quite a bit sometimes.
Just put a little ant spray on that. I'll take great care of those bugs.
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, they're developing it, and Legacy of Kain was an excellent series of games, and this is building on that. It's not a Legacy of Kain game, it's just the people who made it. So it comes across as a Legacy of Kain game. My idea is it's not actually in the series because they don't own the rights to it now, or somebody else does, I guess. So Dead House Sonata, it's out on Steam, $19.99. Sid Talk, what's for dinner?
Tonight, because I bought a dozen eggs, which is unusual. We're vegetarian. We're not vegan. We don't eat meat anymore. We haven't for a long time, since 2009, meat, fish, whatever. But we do. We're not vegan. So we do eggs and dairy and all that. It's not a political statement. It's just a lifestyle choice. So calm down, everybody. I know that's condescending. That's how I meant it. So tonight we're going to have eggs, however you want, with baked beans, because you love your baked beans, because you're British, and some toast, and maybe some fake bacon.
Bacon.
Fake.
It's
not that brand.
Is there a brand called Bacon?
I believe so.
Wow. I thought I had an original idea. Guess not. All right, Sid, thank you. So that's a full English breakfast, but it's not a breakfast time.
Kind of.
Yeah. All right. So what is your advice? And let's get out of here.
My advice is coming from a line in a show we've been watching called Your Friends and Neighbors with Don Draper. John Hamm, the guy from Fargo. Whoever.
How good is this show, by the way?
Is I love it. And the episode where I won't say what happened, but very good. Very, very good. But in one of them, in a recent episode, he says, because he reflects on a gift he gave someone and realizes that the gifts we give say more about us than it does about the person we're giving the gift to, which actually shows how self-absorbed we all are. That I would love for this person to have this. I would love this, so I'm going to give it to this person. I perceive that this person thinks this is valuable, therefore I'm going to give it to them. Instead of like, hey, what would you like?
Right.
And even if they say something that you think, oh, I'm not buying you that, well, then that says a lot about you. And so, maybe just think about that the gift you're giving, if it says more about you than it does about them, then there's sort of a legacy of things to come, right? You hand the gift over, they open it, they might love it. That doesn't mean they don't like it. But in fact, the thought in their mind could potentially be like, oh, of course she gave me another plant from her garden because she loves gardening and she wants me to love gardening. So it's very nice, that. And then to say to someone else, yeah, of course she gave me a plant because she's the plant lover. It can start a whole chain of things. So that's it. I don't have any advice except consider the gifts you give and who they're really for.
I'm good at giving gifts.
You're very good at giving gifts. Yes.
Yes. I always consider the person, not what I want.
You do, because you buy me shoes and they have nothing to do with you.
Not just shoes, various things.
But I just mean like something that
I know you'll like.
Not just that I like it, but I won't buy myself shoes for a long time. And if I do, they won't be quality
That's
shoes.
True.
And maybe they are still for you. Think about it. You're buying me nice shoes because you want me to have nice shoes. So
that's not true.
Well, it kind of is. You don't want me to have shitty shoes, do you?
No.
And to say then, oh, these shoes are hurting my feet, then you're like, well, you need some better shoes. And so to make yourself feel better, you buy me nice shoes, which is fine. I love them.
All right. Thank you, Sid Talk.
Aye.
All right. Let me play.
Aye, Cap'n.
All right. All right. X, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, TikTok. We're on those. I'm A Scully, your Sid Talk. You can catch this podcast, ascully.com, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube, iHeartRadio. Just ask your smart speaker to play After the Show movie podcast. It will. Email feedback to me, ascully@ascully.com. Don't email Sid Talk. You don't want your email because you all suck. And finally, stay classy, Mr. Motion Picture Ryan Gosling. Thank you.
And I'm going to say, think for yourself or someone is doing it for you.